The entire point of this Trump presidency is to grift, for Donald Trump and his family to profit off of the presidency as much as they possibly can, and that is what they have done. But let's keep in mind, folks, this is the same Donald Trump who bankrupted a casino. So even though they're grifting on easy mode, sometimes they screw it up, and that is exactly what Melania Trump has managed to do, losing Donald Trump tens of millions of dollars and humiliating him as her latest plan has backfired. We are going to get into it all because we need some good news. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button because it goes a long way in supporting our work. Now, before we get into how Melania has lost Donald Trump so much money and why this is so humiliating, we got to start with Senator Chris Murphy's breakdown of the crypto scam that has been going on through this entire presidency.
You've described this crypto venture as the most corrupt thing any president has ever done in the history of the United States. And I think you make a pretty compelling case about that. If the Congress and the U.S. Senate were doing its job, what would be the appropriate response to that?
Well, the first question is, why isn't the Department of Justice doing its job? I mean, this is corrupt on its face, but it is likely illegal. You probably don't have to scratch very deep to find an instance where the president has received an enormous infusion of cash to his crypto coin from a CEO or foreign oligarch who is then asking for a favor from Donald Trump. I mean, this is unethical, corrupt, but likely illegal if any prosecutor worth their salt was trying to even scratch the surface. But to the extent it's not already apparent that a president of the United States should not be running a backdoor bribery scheme, the equivalent of posting your Cash app on the White House webpage, then we should make it crystal clear that that's illegal. If we were doing our job, we would pass legislation saying that no president can monetize the White House by owning a crypto coin that he uses the official channels of the White House to sell to the public, to CEOs, to Saudi princes, and anybody else who has business before the United States Congress, so before the White House. So this should have a prosecutorial response, but yes, of course, if Democrats were in charge of the Congress, we would have a legislative response as well.
This is the greatest scandal in presidential history, in my opinion, because it's connected to so much of the other damage that Donald Trump has done. Do you think he's levying tariffs willy-nilly just because he's in cognitive decline? Yes, it is because he's in cognitive decline, but there is some strategy. Donald Trump loves his tariffs because it's a tool to wield and put severe consequences on anyone who does not bend the knee to the mob boss or actively give him gifts. You can easily buy favors in this administration, and it's not just through the crypto scam, it's also through Melania's movies.
Amazon is giving $40 million in cash to his family, the Trump family, to license this documentary. Direct cash into the pockets of the Trump family. Melania's agent has been trying to sell sponsorships for the film, starting at $10 million to prominent CEOs and billionaires who were at the inauguration. In return for your sponsorship of this Melania documentary, buyers would get thanked at the end of the credits and be invited to the premiere. Reportedly, Trump interests are also pitching Hollywood for a show about Don Jr.'s time outdoors, a hunting show. Seriously, and who wouldn't want to see it? Might be a little bit like watching Dick Cheney go hunting again.
So Donald and Melania have really, over this period of time, crafted the best way to profit off of us, to make the most money that they possibly can. They are happy to do billions, trillions almost, in favors for millions of dollars. That's exactly what that is. When Jeff Bezos buys Melania's $40 million shitty documentary, he's not doing it because he thinks it's going to bang at the box office. I'm certainly not going to go see it. I think I may have to cancel my Prime membership over it. But this is ridiculous to think that that's what's happening. No, Jeff Bezos knows little money to Melania goes a long way. It's why these billionaires shouldn't be able to own media companies either. either. Jeff Bezos is not making sure the Washington Post is doing great journalism. He's making sure that they cover billionaires nicely. And Trump, of course, so his subsidies keep pouring in. But even as Donald Trump is able to operate his grift from the greatest position on earth, sometimes they still find a way to screw it up. And that is what Melania Trump has done. Melania meme coin value bottoms out as Trump brands collapse. Supporters of Donald Trump, who believed everything he touches turns to gold, are finding out the hard way that investing in the president has turned into a bad bet. According to a Saturday report from the Wall Street Journal, since Trump was inaugurated in January, shares in the parent company behind the president's Truth Social platform have spiraled downward 75%, and the numbers for Trump-branded meme coins have suffered an even worse fate, with the Journal reporting that the market has soured on Trump brands. Reporter Jack Cocchiarella wrote, digital meme coins named for Trump and First Lady Melania Trump are down 86% and 99% since Inauguration Day, respectively, and one of the Trump's family's crypto ventures, a token called World Liberty Financial, has dropped roughly 40% since its September launch. Noting the market for such investments has also seen slumps, the Journal is reporting, the turnabout has been particularly stark with stocks and digital tokens with direct associations to the president and his family. They have been hit hard by a broader slump affecting the priciest and most speculative corners of the market. So things are surprisingly not looking good for Melania coin, which has lost 99% of its value. And so one of two things has happened. Either all of Melania's holdings in Melania coin have lost all of their value, and that's honestly hysterical, or she rug pulled, which is likely, meaning she took all of the positions that she had in her own coin, which seems weird that she could take them all out, that she sold them all off, flooded the market, it tanked the shitty, nonsense, useless, artificial meme coin that never had any value to start. But why those options are both equally funny to me is, of course, on one hand, Donald Trump and Melania lose a bunch of money. On the other hand, any asshole dumb enough to buy Melania coin lost money. And I don't want to see people hurt by Donald Trump. That's not my goal. But if you want to learn your lesson on whether or not this guy's going to screw you over by buying some of his wife's coin and seeing if that's a successful investment, I have multiple bridges that I would like to sell you. They're not branded with Melania Trump's name, but they're equally as useless and imaginary and not fucking real. What is wrong with these people buying these crypto coins? I don't know. They're only doing it, and it just confirms it, to buy favor with Donald Trump. That is what they want. That is what they're after, and they've been quite successful in doing so. But this crypto market as a whole is just so nonsensical and on the verge of tanking, and so much of our economy, our entire GDP growth is now based off of a few companies who are all, what are they, selling AI chips and technologies to each other. It's Apple, it's Amazon, it's Microsoft, it's OpenAI, it's NVIDIA. They're all just moving the money around while all of us see the cost of our goods skyrocket, and the richest people in the world get even fucking richer as they drive up our electrical costs because their data centers take so much energy. And I'm sorry that I'm on a rant, but it's ridiculous that this is the modern American economy. We used to build things. We used to do things. We could go to the moon. Now our entire electrical grid is being fried so that Elon Musk can be a trillionaire. It seems idiotic that this is the backbone of our economy now, is shit coins and AI slop videos that do nothing. Weren't we told that this shit was going to cure cancer? I think we've moved on from that pretty quickly to make sure Sam Altman can make all the money, and he's already requesting a bailout from the government. This is crazy. It's not just bad because it's raising your electric costs. It's not just bad because crypto is used for the worst crimes in the world. It's not just bad because these rich idiots think they're God's gift to humanity and want to dictate policy, and they can because they have billions of dollars to spend on elections. It's bad because it's just bad. I could give you a whole list of reasons why, and I kind of just did, but we know in our guts that this is not what our world is about. Crypto? Stop it. AI, artificial bullshit videos? Absolutely not. What is going on? Why is this the focus? I don't get it. It's like, oh, AI is going to replace movies. AI is going to replace music. AI is going to replace me. There are videos on YouTube of people like stealing my voice and changing it, or Brian Tyler Cohen's, or Ben Meiselas. And I was like, that is what we're like running the electric grid into the ground for? That's what we're burning down the planet for? To just like steal someone's IP, steal who they are, make an artificial Brian Tyler Cohen. We're going to burn down the planet for that. I like Brian. I want to listen to Brian. I don't want to listen to fake Brian, who's AI. This is crazy. It is crazy. And Donald Trump has let it happen because the richest guys in the world own him, and he can make a killing off of it. This AI stuff, which is terrible, and these data centers, which are terrible, is in the same lump of bad bullshit as this crypto stuff. And it is killing our planet. It is killing our politics. It is killing our culture. These tech guys are evil. They need to be stuffed in lockers, and they need to get out of our politics. We don't want their dirty money. It's bad. It is why I am so glad that Chris Murphy has been on this beat for so long.
For the UAE, the price is somewhere north of $2 billion. Last week, Eric Trump and World Liberty Financial co-founder Zach Witkoff spoke at a conference in Dubai on crypto called Token 2049. As an aside here, it's just so fantastic and bone-chilling how transparent these guys are in their use of public positions to enrich themselves. I'm going to tell the story of Trump's stablecoin and the corruption with the Emiratis. But let's just pause for a second and consider the fact that the Trump family could have partnered with anybody in the world on their new crypto venture, World Liberty Financial. But of all the people in the world to partner with on this new crypto venture, they chose the son of Trump's Middle East envoy. Trump's Middle East envoy, the guy who's making all the decisions on U.S. policy in the Middle East, just to make it crystal clear to the Gulf countries that when they deal with World Liberty Financial, Trump's crypto venture, that they are dealing directly with the people responsible for making U.S. policy in the Middle East. It's just stunning. Literally, the sons of the president and the sons of the Middle East envoy running a crypto venture and then going directly into the Middle East in order to find their first investment. And guess what? Miracle, they found it. MGX, an investment firm backed by the Emirati government at this conference, announced that they had looked at all the crypto companies in the world that they could partner with to invest $2 billion in the crypto exchange Binance, and they selected, wait for it, drum roll, the company run by the sons of the President of the United States and the U.S. Middle East envoy.
I had to go on a rant there. I'm glad Chris Murphy did as well. But we got to call this shit out. We are certainly going to be on this show because I'm just so tired of it. And if you are too, and you want to support that as always, you can hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video. If you stuck around to the end, drop a blue heart in the comments. Keep on fighting, y'all. Don't let them silence you. Do not watch AI versions of me. And until next time, I'll see you soon.